can't go to the stairwell.
And she told me we'd all been in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I said,
so-
well, all three of us couldn't have gotten that little bathroom. So.
They said, did you just get back to your room? Because I wanted to know what county we were in. So I called a little later. I said, what county are we in? We're trying to watch it on TV. They said, you're in Donaldson or Davidson County. And did you just get back to your room? I said, oh, no. We've been in the bathroom. They said, well, you're fine because this is a concrete hotel. Don't worry. But he should go in. I said, okay. Concrete and bricks, you're safe. Just get away from the window. So.
Yeah, I was home watching all that, and
Well, it tore up Murfreesboro.
it sure did. That was a shame about that woman and her baby too.
Would they get pinned in under something? Or?
I don't know. They said that she was outside because the baby was found in a car seat.
Oh.
Not gonna try to
So she was trying to get to her car is what they speculate. But they may never know.
I know they had a man on there yesterday said that he was got under his stairwell in his house.
Charlie, you need me to help you do
You
something?
know, he showed her, but I mean the house was
We went to
completely
an
gone.
estate sale, we had
But he didn't get a scratch. He was
Good.
up under his stairwell.
He's like, you don't wear it.
Those storms are funny, man. They'll hurt some folks and leave some folks
Yeah,
alone.
well, I
Jump
think
and
it was-
skip.
I think in
I
Tripoli,
just
Ernest's
wondered,
Supper Club, and did quite a lot of damage in Barksdale Boulevard.
What you want me to do, start kicking?
Ernest's Supper Club sits out there by, I think, by the Veterans, somewhere off of Spring Street. They moved it from downtown, but it tore it up.
Do y'all want some coffee or water or fruit, peach tea, fruit pie?
Not for me, Charlotte, thank
We had snacks in the car, I was like, what's that?
You had chip and dip, I know.
No, we had some. We didn't have any chip and dip. Well, I do have some dip.
Well, there's that in the refrigerator.
That spread.
Yeah.
you. She got good directions, I know, straight here.
Well, Charlotte can give good direction. I can't give nothing. Mary Ruth's got GPS, Jerry, and got us lost, and then I don't know where we were.
I put the wrong street name in. Instead of Luna, I put Lun in. I hit the N
We
instead
ended
of
up way on the other side of nowhere. And they said, you have reached your destination, and they was set, and that wasn't Charlotte.
Mike's like, where are we at? This don't look familiar. It's like, oh, I put the wrong street name in. Lun.
All right. Oh, boy.
When y'all have to go back tomorrow?
Yeah.
Mark, if you don't mind putting this in.
You might, Mary Ruth's got to go to work Monday, but he don't, so.
Yeah.
And they called her to come to work at the hospital.
Yeah, the
She
ladies
said,
want me to
"Well,
work.
I'm sorry, but I'm in Nashville.
Said, can you work for me this afternoon at the hospital? I said, no, in Nashville. I think I can make it back in time.
I never know where mine are gonna be when I dial them on a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to put those area codes
15
in.
minutes.
Gordon's in Murfreesboro today.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm anxious to talk to him to see if he can see anything.
I imagine he could if they showed all that on TV.
What does that cook at? Well, that's $3.52. What does yours cook at?
$3.50, I think.
I hope so.
It tore it up, didn't
Yeah, it did.
Mm-hmm.
Pitiful.
And it just happened so fast, you know?
Yeah.
What's the matter with you, Mimi?
we? We outrun it all the way up here.
We did. Because the news said there was a tornado coming through Hot Springs right as we got out of there. And I was like, oh, Lord, we're running from a storm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about 8
Hot
miles
Springs.
out, hit the rain, and of course there's wind all the way up.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do you still have a dog, Jerry?
He died about 6 years ago. The last English bulldog I had.
Yeah.
And I was afraid I'd outlive another one, so I hadn't got one.
Yeah. Yeah, we adopted her. I found her on petfinders.com.
Yeah.
They have rescue groups, and so that's where I found her. And we've been real lucky. She doesn't have any. She's not mean or anything.
Seems like a sweet little dog.
Easy going.
Except when Mary Ruth flashed the camera,
I was taking a
Well,
picture.
She doesn't like
She
cameras.
doesn't like cameras.
And when she first came, she didn't like people. She would start shaking and huddle down like you were gonna beat her.
Shelby had one like that. It was a rescue dog that obviously had been mistreated.
Yeah.
And it was a long time before she would let me pet her. I mean, I'm talking years. But
Well,
she
you-
was the same way. She would just cower down.
Yeah, and
when somebody
especially
came around.
children. She just was terrified of children.
Hmm.
But you see now, she's completely over that.
Except she don't like a camera.
He's over it, aren't you, man?
Tried to call Aunt Billy to wish her a happy birthday a while ago, and she didn't answer.
Well, she probably, I reckon she'd gone out with some of them.
It might have been
I've
for
tried to
lunch or
call her
something.
twice and I haven't never got a hold of her.
Okay, she's probably out somewhere.
Yeah. Well, she said she wasn't.
Today's her birthday?
She told,
Today's her
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we
She
called
said she
her
told them
earlier.
she didn't want nothing done for her birthday, but that didn't mean they wouldn't, so. No, I've tried her twice and hadn't got a hold of her.
I probably took her to Chinese.
She likes Chinese.
I don't know. I
Oh.
was just making.
This floor is so
Or to
pretty.
Posadas. I like going to Posadas.
Y'all got a nice place.
I do like the
really
sauce that I
is.
can
Never seen Mark's
so bad.
place
Hot burn,
downstairs.
oh
It
my
is
God.
so nice.
Yeah,
Any
this
hot
house had
sauce. I love
a
hot
finished
sauce.
basement.
Mexican's always been my favorite.
While
But
we took it,
It is so
he's got
nice.
his own quarters and I've got mine, and we put a door up. There wasn't a door going at the top of the stairwell, so we put that up. And if he don't wanna be bothered with me and I don't wanna be bothered with him. And he got his own entrance. He don't have to look at me if he don't want to.
Sometimes I'll call up here and she'll say upstairs is closed. I'm like, okay.
It's marching time. If he's up here and I'm ready to go to bed,
Yeah.
marching time. I know a couple that when people come over and they're staying later and later, she had this old tape of this big band marching. You could tell it was about wore out, and she would put that marching music on and they'd leave. They knew it was time to go.
Oh, Lord.
So we like it. But you could go down there and look around, Jerry. I'd like you to see it.
I hate to invade.
No, you're
No, you're not invading.
It is so nice
it's
down
just
there.
a steep little walk down.
Yeah.
Thought we had to push them all back up.
Me and Mark both have fell down those stairs.
Well,
Mark
uh-oh.
knocked a hole in the wall.
That's why she's trying to get me to walk down.
Yeah, I was gonna give you a little push.
Maybe take the walkway around the deck and come down.
Yeah, go down the outside door.
What do you want, Minnie? You want a Mac? What is it? You want a cracker? You want a cracker? Hmm?
How are the boys?
As far as I know, everybody's good, Bart. Hadn't talked to Brian in a few days. Talked to him when I was in Shreveport. And Gordon I talked to last night. Shelby I talked to yesterday, so.
Where do they all live?
Everybody is, well, Brian was in Brentwood. He's living in Florida now for a year. He moved down there the first of the month. And Gordon and Shelby both live in Brentwood.
Well, that's good. Everybody's close by.
Everybody was close until Brian broke us all up.
What's he doing in Florida?
He loves it down there, Charlotte. He fell in love with it years ago when we used to go down there on
Yeah,
vacation.
Destin.
And he's right outside of Destin in a little place called Grayton Beach. He's got a goddaughter that lives in right outside Panama City. He sees her often, but he says he writes better there.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 books now that he's written,
Really?
and he's writing songs again. So
What are the books about? Is it fiction?
one of them's a novel, and one of them is a biography about a kid he went to school with that died with a brain tumor.
Mm.
And he said it was just something he felt like he had to write, so he did it.
Yeah.
He and Langdon Reed, who did not know the boy, but helped Brian put it together.
Hmm.
Don Reed's son.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, when it's coming to you, that's the time to put it down.
I guess so. And if it comes to him better down there, I guess that's where he needs to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I take calls from Florida on my job, AAA. Take a lot of calls from Florida. What is it, Minnie?
But you get all the old people that don't know where they are.
I do the snowbirds, they call them. They live up north in the summer and they go to Florida for the winter.
Like Tracy's folks, they don't stay all winter down there, but they've got a timeshare or something they go to down there.
Yeah.
Gordon's wife. Her folks live in a little place called St. Joseph, Michigan. And they just barely can take the winters up there anymore.
Yeah. And the people that go back and forth will leave a car in Florida, and when they get there, of course, it won't start because they've been sitting so long.
Right.
So they call us. And some of those people are 90 years old and still driving.
Grief.
I don't know how.
I don't either.
God bless them, man. I guess
Tell
that's,
him.
I guess that's good. Maybe I'll feel the same way when I get there.
You were telling last night about the lady that didn't like her car and all the bells started going off in it.
Yeah, she was old, and her son had said she'd always had Lincolns, but her son said they were too big for her now, and he bought her the small Cadillac. She didn't even know what model. And I opened the door, and all the bells and lights started going off, and I don't know what's going on. She said, this car is just trash. I said, well, I'll send someone out to help figure out what's going on.
Well, is that where you work at the AAA, Charlotte?
Yeah. I work from home. I work in
She
my
got her
office.
office
That's
set up
great.
back there.
Yeah, I sign into their phone system and their whole system, and I take the initial calls. I get their card number, their name, a phone number they can be reached on while they're waiting, where the car is located if they know, and what the problem is at the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And once we get through with that, I send it to the dispatch department, and they handle dispatching the right kind of service. Yeah, I work 3 to 7 Monday through Friday, just 20 hours a week.
Well, that's great. I had to use them not long ago. Changing a tire. I had a flat tire up on at the house and needed to get it to the dealership for some new tires.
Well, did it take them a long time?
No, they were just real quick.
Well,
That's,
good.
that's what pleased me so much is they really took care of business.
Well, good. Some people, I'll ask for a phone number. I don't have one. I said, what are you calling me on? My cell phone. I said, well, may I have that number? Either they know it or they don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the older people don't know it. So they just have to sit there. We don't have any way to call them back.
Their number don't come up on caller ID.
A number comes up, but it's not always their
Right.
number. Nobody's figured that one out yet. If they're on a cell phone, normally I'll ask, is it such and such, and they'll say, yeah, that's it. But most of the time it's not their number. I don't know what number it is. But, and one man, he was older, I say, well, a lot older than me. I'm 66. But It was him and his wife, and I got to the end of the call, and I said, now, we'll call you if there are any delays or any updates on, you know, the time of arrival of the technician. And he said, I said something about it, we'll call you on your cell phone. And he started, where's my cell phone? I can't find it. And his wife said, you're talking on it.
Oh, Lord.
I've had two people like that after they talked through the whole thing.
Yeah.
They said, well, I can't find my cell phone. I said, what are you talking to me on? My cell phone.
That's great.
Mm.
Yeah, some people are real nice and funny, but not everybody.
Well, most people are in trouble by the time they call you, I guess.
Well, I found out the earlier in the morning people are nice. The later it gets in the day,
Yeah.
the meaner they get.
Hmm.
Especially after they're getting off work and
Stressed out.
they're at their wits' end by that, all stressed out. But they're real nice in the mornings because I work morning shifts. But it's interesting and I appreciate it,
What do you
being
mean?
able to work
You
here.
outside?
Mm-hmm. That must be nice.
What do you need? Huh? What is it? What do
She
you
sees
see?
somebody, who is that, Minnie? Who is that? If we're just here by ourselves and I say, who is that? She'll go to the door and growl. And then come and look at me and I say, who is he? She'll go back and growl and come back and look at me. Oh, you a mess, Minnie. Minerva. I named her after the voodoo woman in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Did you ever read that book?
Uh-uh.
That was a good book. The voodoo woman's name was Minerva. She wore purple sunglasses.
Hey, Benny. Hello.
What is it?
She shook so bad when we first got her, Mark called her Minerva. Do you want a cracker? Yeah, you want a cracker?
She's in a good mood today. She was stoned all day yesterday.
Yeah, 'cause it's storm, I gave her a pill, a half of one, and she was so drunk, staggering, and her eyes get
Slitty.
squinty,
Mhm.
like Chinese eyes, and they're glazed over.
She takes her time sitting down. She sits down so nice, neat and nice. Just
What is it? Oh, hang on.
So you didn't want to go to the opera?
I don't know. I used to like Vince
Yeah.
Gill. When he was bluegrass, but he changed up. And I just don't like his songs.
Yeah.
I like the old songs, Jerry. I don't care nothing about all
I
this
do
new.
too.
You don't like Miranda Lambert?
Huh?
You don't like Miranda Lambert? You don't know who it is, do you? That girl from Glendale.
Well, I don't know all them people.
What, if you would have bought that gun, there's a waiting period?
I don't know. I don't think so. I was gonna get on the computer and look it up. I don't know what I was involved with it. But he made it sound like it was pretty simple
What's that, Mark?
to do the application to buy a firearm,
Oh.
buy a gun.
They do.
Mike saw
background
a
check.
rifle he wanted down there, a
He said a
shotgun.
double barrel, and MaryRuth said, I don't know, was it?
And then he found out they were from out of state. He said, well, he goes, I can ship it to a gun store in your area, but you'd have to pay the extra for the shipping.
it gonna be worth it?
We never found out how much it was to ship it.
I didn't know that they had passed legislation where you had to, in Louisiana, you know, or Texas, I think, you can buy a long gun if you're out of state with no, you know, hassle. I guess Tennessee's got,
I guess it's different from state to state.
like you have to buy it from a dealer and they ship it to another dealer in your state.
Hmm.
To process it or whatever. Oh, you can buy handguns across the land.
Yeah. How you been doing, Mark?
Good, good. Just
Right.
been busy working, which is, I guess, a good thing.
Yeah.
In this
Everybody
day and
needs to
time,
be working.
Yeah.
And, my job, probably last time I talked to you, I was working for the state for TennCare.
I believe so.
And that job ended when they closed the company that I worked for, and I went to a software company, kind of doing the same thing for the business office, you know, working with the doctors and claims and all that. And it's a software company that markets, that does systems for hospitals. And so I would work with their business office and the billing to get their billing straight in our new system when they would sign up for it, and train them how to use it and switch them over from our old system to the new system.
All right.
And,
One of those smart jobs.
well, it's just something I kind of fell into, and I enjoy it, or I did, and then so now I still work for the same company, but I don't travel anymore or as much, and just work with the new customers to get them set up on it, and then other people go out and train them and get them switched over. But it's all right.
Better than cutting grass, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But I did enjoy the traveling part. I got to go a lot of places that I probably wouldn't have otherwise got to go to,
Mm-hmm.
and see some different things. So it was good all over the country.
Oh, not just around here then.
No, it was nationwide,
Oh, wow.
and I was living in airports and hotels and doing that whole thing, and that was fun. Except getting up at 3:30 in the morning to go catch a plane every Monday was not too good. But
That's a
because
hard
no, I
one.
couldn't take the 9:30 flight. I had to take the
Flight.
6 o'clock flight, or the 5:30 flight. It was like, well,
That's heavy, you should let Mike do
It's a
that.
rough time to fly for me. I don't like flying early.
Or I could do
Early,
it.
yeah. yeah. But you could sleep on the plane. I was just always, as soon as I got in the seat, I was out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even remember taking off or anything.
After I married Gail, I flew back and forth to LA a lot.
That's a long flight.
Yeah. And they had one coming out of there early, coming back here to get me in here in time to go to work. And it used to just be an uncomfortable flight on my stomach that early in the morning. I did not like flying. I don't think we were supposed to be up there.
The smaller planes are what are uncomfortable to me, because they're rougher. You're more prone to have a rough ride in those than a big one.
We ate some junk food in the van a while ago. That was kind of
What, M&Ms and
M&Ms,
cheese nips?
Yeah. I said, y'all want a snack?
Oh, goodness. When the ham gets done, I'll do we need to put our two dishes in together more.
Okay.
It's like a marathon. I never can get everything done at the same time. I just have to cook it when I can, and that's what microwaves are for.
Yeah.
Heat it back up. When's the last time you were in Shreveport?
I was just there last week.
Really?
Uh-huh. Sure was.
Did you drive down?
Drove down, left here a week ago Friday, and stayed until Wednesday, and drove back in here this past Wednesday.
Oh, good. Where'd you stay?
Stayed with Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a fairly new place over in Bossier, and I stayed with her while I was down
What are you fixing to do?
Look at that paper, I can't see without these things right here.
there. Welcome to the club.
One day I could read the newspaper and the next day I couldn't. I said, uh-oh, something's wrong.
I have to use those on the computer.
Uh-huh. Well, I tried to use some bifocals, but I just couldn't. I just don't have, I'm not coordinated enough to wear bifocals or something. I couldn't walk in them or something, I don't know, but anyway, so.
Yeah, it takes.
I had to get some reading glasses and some distant glasses. And the eye doctors thought I was crazy, but I just told them I couldn't deal with them. Just so they have 2 pair of glasses.
What do you want?
Yesterday when they got here, I drug out all the old pictures and they were going through them. You just made it through half of
One
one
box.
box. There's 4 huge things. I've got to, over time, get all of them organized and
That's gonna be some work.
consolidated and try to get them scanned in. You know, I don't want anything to happen to the paper version of them. But
And
there's
while
a,
I was working, he entertained them with those videos that we
Yeah.
have made through the years.
Those were funny.
I know you've seen them over at Bibby's.
maybe not. I don't know.
I know he's
We can
seen
play 'em
Cat in
again.
the Car Wash. I know you've seen that.
Yeah,
And have you seen the one with me and Mark and sister and Teen and Tim and Moni at a cabin playing balderdash?
mm-mm.
And then
No, I haven't seen that.
sister's story about Shoney's.
We ought to watch those. If they don't
Yeah.
care to see them again, we could watch them.
Y'all care about seeing them again?
Oh, they're funny to me.
I'll laugh.
Ooh,
And Mark, did Mark show y'all the video we made when he did a ride along with Toby
Uh-huh, yeah, he did.
and his dog?
And I was saying, oh, that's Bob Wilson, like north. I know that area.
a lot of it was by there.
Mm-hmm. Up there.
Bad area, Queensboro.
Yeah, he just got on the state trooper force. And
He did?
forward. Yeah.
Good for him.
He
He had
been,
about 2 months or something training in Baton Rouge. It was worse than an Army boot camp. He said men were jumping out every day.
Mm.
They'd make them swim so many laps, then get out and run so far, and then get back in and swim so many laps.
Good grief. I don't see how they done that, 'cause it'd be hot when they'd get back in that water. It looked like it would
Well,
shock them or something.
it was real hard. But
That's
he
what I'm
made it.
saying. Swimming and getting out and
I'm
running
proud-
and coming
I'm
back in
proud
the
of
water.
For him.
I don't think that's good for them.
This guy I went to school with lost 40 pounds down there at the camp.
they'll run it off of you, I'm sure. Cause
Yeah,
School
he-
teacher,
they
and,
said
you
he
know,
was
pretty
already-
healthy, and
Little.
he retired from the school system after 20 years and got that retirement, then went down to Baton Rouge and got home with state troopers.
Mm. Is Toby in, up close to Shreveport with his?
He lives in Bossier on Old Brownlee Road. He bought a place out there. It's about 5 acres, I think. And his wife's mother and father built onto the back of it, built them a bedroom and a kitchen and a bathroom and a porch on the back where you can see out, but it's screened in.
Mm-hmm.
And
they lost all their home in Katrina,
yeah,
Oh, is that where they're from?
New Orleans, and then
yeah, when Katrina hit, they came and stayed with Toby, and then more people came. They had about 9 people, and some of them were sleeping in the garage on
Hmm.
just whatever they were sleeping on.
and they stayed for months and months. But when he finally got rid of all of them, her parents were the ones that were left over, so they decided to.
Build them a place.
Build a
Yeah.
place.
they bought a new place and then they just stuck on the end of it and added on a little living space for themselves. But it works out because they have two little ones, so she helps
I
take
knew
care
they
of
had
them.
one not long ago, didn't
Yeah.
Jake, Nicholas. Jacob and Nicholas. But her daddy had.
Don't he have to take dialysis or something?
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair and, his wife takes him to dialysis several times a week. But he has had like a little cabin built in the backyard, and he stocked it. I guess he's not ever gonna get over that Katrina thing. He stocked it full of non-perishable, like rice and beans, and I don't know if it's got a kitchen in it or not, but I think they were gonna put an upstairs to it if somebody needed to stay up there. It must have a little kitchen in it.
Yeah. But that non-perishable food, it does get outdated,
it?
don't
Yeah,
it?
eventually it goes,
Mhm.
I think it goes bad.
It has, yeah, it does have dates on it.
He's
got
ready for
dates.
the next disaster.
Yeah, he's getting ready for the next disaster, but
And I heard on TV said it was dangerous to eat out-of-date food,
Mhm.
so I wouldn't want to keep it.
I don't know what all he's got in there. But if it runs out of date, he'll get some more and put in there.
Mm.
So, but I love to hear him talk. He's got that thick,
Cajun,
New
uh-huh. That's like the dentist, one of the dentists that I work with, Dr. Adelaide, she bought her own practice now and she's moving out, but she tries not to sound like that, but then when she gets real excited and she starts talking, it's just funny. She tries to sound like she's not got that accent.
Well, I don't know why. I love it.
I don't know, it's just funny, and then she'll say something because the hygienists and stuff will pick on her, they say, there you go. And I guess that's why she's so self-conscious of it, because they'll pick on her.
Well, she can tell him to kiss her coon ass.
Well, now you think
I'm
you're
gonna-
gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm
You
ready.
look like you're about to go.
That couch will do it.
He's
to you.
saying
You
that
get
double
set
barrel
Get
shotgun
sleepy.
he's wanting to go get.
I can't get up out of that couch. I have to just roll out on the floor and then
What
try
time
to
is it?
stand up.
Look, he's worried about that gun.
He's worried about that
4:30.
gun.
Still got 2.5 hours.
She's still thinking
Yeah,
on it.
they close at 7, so he.
Oh,
He said he
she's
leaves
still
at
thinking on it.
6:59. He'll be there till 6:59.
Where is it?
Gun City.
Gun City.
We went down to Gun City.
Oh, my place.
They have deer heads hanging on the walls and ducks and stuff that's taxidermy.
On Murfreesboro Road.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one over there across from Car Black Chevrolet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went down there and to their firing range.
And what we saw today was Sugar's 18 and up next door to it.
We need to
Sugars.
go by there on the way back.
Yeah.
What?
Sugars.
An adult.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
video store.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm.
That stuff in. I tell them what
Don't
you'll see
think
anywhere these
so.
days.
Don't think so.
You gonna tell him what this is? Coming up first?
Is it balderdash?
No. Eyeball.
Oh my God, what was that?
This look like a snake.
I do, but there's.
Oh, that's when you were trying to learn how to use that camera.
And the red light is on.
I had
Well, what's the problem?
She was talking to me on the phone, and I'm trying to tell her how to do it. She didn't think it was working.
No. The red light is on
I
again.
was looking in the wrong end.
So. It says, well, it was, shit. It won't go any higher.
The light broke.
I pushed there. the red button is on again. So I'm not getting any power. So to hell with it. I can't get anything in the viewfinder.
What's next?
The hammock.
Oh. We were down at Hilton Head.
This is an old tape where I tried to put stuff together. I need to put it on DVD. I have it on DVD somewhere. I just don't know where it is. That was in Hilton Head, South
I
Carolina.
bounced.
Whoa,
That hurt, I fell.
I imagine it did hurt.
Okay.
On that,
you fell right on that bar.
I'm telling you.
Well, try this again. Don't. You just gotta get right in the middle and don't let it flip you out. Stay right there. You ready to go to the beach?
Yes, I'm ready to go to the beach.
I don't know how you're supposed to get out of it anyway.
And I almost rolled down that hill into that water. That would have been the real disaster.
I think next is Balderdash.
Let's go to the beach.
Me and
Beach was
sister, we have a game we love to play called Balderdash.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever played.
What is that, Charlotte?
You have to
that?
write definitions to a word on a piece of paper and everybody reads them.
Oh,
And so
Turn it up.
we were all sitting there and it was real quiet and she leans over to put her paper down. And she farted. And it scared Timothy to death and he screamed.
You have this. That's too far away.
And that's Aunt Margaret sitting there. I'm gonna do it again.
I was sitting on a bar stool and the food was behind me and she said, she just sprayed that cake, said, here, get her a low chair, here, she can have mine.
Sorry. It went too far. A DVD's easier to do
Go to
than
the
a tape.
Beach with Beth.
We were in a cabin down at Tim's Ford Lake at Thanksgiving one year.
I'd say give her a low chair. You have this. That's too far away. Get her.
It's not so up in the air. Broadcast.
And that cake hasn't been uncovered yet. I'm gonna get it uncovered. No, stay there. It'll be sprayed.
Jenny Wake, a female donkey.
Chatting to that.
This is the next day at breakfast, and Margaret had made some biscuits, and we were eating them there, and then Eva Carolyn starts telling a story that's
I
funny.
can't remember who was whose sister, Miss
Virginia, Mom Scott, that had the story on there.
Yeah.
Robert went in one day and
Down.
killed him, and she wrote a gun in the clothes basket, and he shot into the clothes basket. And the last I ever heard, she's still in nursing.
Well, the other half of that story I was telling about me and Tina was in Shawnee's that day when I kid disturbed her.
Well, she made
here that when I dumped the water.
No, here, sister's story.
I got the
She
camera.
started at 4
4 times.
First started roll, she's had the camera.
You got that water, is it on?
Well, we was at that Shawty's, I was telling you about, where we're same place with the child in the booth behind us.
Not only did we have that disturbed.
It was packed, we had, you know, it was just packed out in the breakfast bar. We finally made it through and got our plates just like we wanted. And we sit down in that booth and Ting, you know, likes his food just a certain way. He was getting everything just right. And I sat down and just looked over and just glanced over, and there was a bunch of people in the booth, like 4 people. And the man sitting on the edge had short shorts up to here, had his legs spread out, no underwear on, and his hair, all of his testicle and everything was hanging out to the edge. Right there in front. On the edge, and I looked up and saw it, I went, ah!
She got excited, just looked like
And
that.
there went my water and
She got a glass of
everything.
water in her hand and just throw it right in my face. I thought she would cry. I thought that little kid.
What's the matter with you? There was some food and everything, and I said, and he said, there's not a thing about it, Bonnie. And so anyway, he was mad, and the woman, the waitress ran with towels and gave him, took his plate away, gave him another plate. He had to go back up there, but before he got up, I leaned over and whispered, I said, I'm sorry, but the man up there in that booth has got all of his testicles and everything hanging out from under his shoulder.
And he knew it. Was he watching you?
It made me mad. I was gonna go tell, I said, Tim, I'm gonna tell the waitress that that has got to be, somebody's got to get him out of here. And Tim said, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
No, I was sitting there soaking wet. I got excited, threw a glass of water in my face.
No, he just had on short shorts and no underwear. When he sat down and spread his legs out, everything just fell out.
Was he young or old?
Real
Yeah,
young.
we
They
get
was all
the
real
details,
young. And I think they were foreigners because they were in Orlando and they were
She just said like she It hit me in the face.
In Shawty's, right there on the, he was on the edge of the
I'd
seat.
have had to walk up there and said, son, you know everything you own is hot.
Don't tell me he couldn't have felt
Here it is,
it.
but let me tell you, when we worked at Willis Knight.
Why were you looking in the mirror?
That's the carry away. Yeah, he was kind of short for it on his face.
I had that in my hand and I went, ah!
No, like this, no. Right, hit me right square in the face.
But you know, when we worked at Willis Knight and an enemy had to go up and get all the patients, men, and she'd come down the hall with the men, and no was nothing on them, and there was the old ball of Peter hanging out.
We finally had to start making sure everybody knew.
I said, Annie Mae, when you coming down the hall, I had the wish walking up and down the floor. I said, them men are, everything they got is exposed. The legs are way out like this and nothing over
Don't
that.
forget they don't have pants on when they've got those
They
gaiters
did.
on and they just.
Just had on that little gown.
So we started making 3 armhole gowns. They have 3 armholes and they're wrapped. You put your arms in, wrap it around. So this is the way the men do it. They put their arms in the 2 outer holes and take the middle one and stick it over their head. That's the way, I mean, God, that's the way. We have to almost dress them because they want invariably come out and still got everything shown, you know, still got their backside shown.
They might have wanted to.
But they always stick that little armhole over their head, and they have to struggle to get it. You know, we'll say, "You ready yet?" And I say, "Well, just a minute, I can't work with this gun." I'll say, "Well, just open the door and I'll help you with it." And they're trying to get their hand to an armhole. You wouldn't believe it.
You don't know.
Margaret,
You wouldn't believe it. I was
Now,
telling
man,
you,
I was never used
Use the first 2 and bring the third one.
around and put your arm through it.
Let's see what this one is. I forget now.
I might be Aunt Margaret.
Cat.
Cat in the car wash.
Yeah.
Got the door, I thought it unplugged. Well, how did you? I don't know what else could have. I didn't know how to use it.
That's cigarette.
Uh-huh.
Hey, pull it.
What happened to the sound?
I don't know.
This is how dumb I am. And while one drives me to
It
the,
did better than that yesterday.
and he said, Dad,
I need to find another copy of this. It's not so bad.
Or the video?
Wasn't that bad like that?
Well, no. There's a DVD of this somewhere and I can't find it.
Well, I think you left it in the thing, didn't you? You left it in
Whenever I want something, I can't find it.
But look
My
in
way
that
every other
DVD
time.
thing there, Mark, you left one in there.
That was something different.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
When I
Yeah.
showed, when Teen saw that at that cabin we were at, he laughed so hard, his face got so red, I thought he was gonna pass out. When she was talking about, when she said, "You choked it to death. I could have done that at home."
Is that's on there too, isn't it?
yeah, that's one.
Yeah, it hadn't got here yet, so yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we missed some of it.
this is how dumb I am. And while one drives me to the emergency room.
She's talking about having her hand stuck in an adding machine.
I'm gonna have, I never heard. Jean got up without saying a word and come to the door and I said, I got it. But I went in and she said, oh, Henderson's sick. He needs to see a doctor. Well, Bryson had left town and said if I had any problem, I needed to go in. You remember when they sit side by side there on that? So I thought, either see about that cat or let her drive me totally insane this time. So I jumped on the phone, looked up Lynn's number and to see if it's still there, and said, I have a cat that's sick. And Bryson said, bring it to you. Thanks to you. Pretty bill down there. Well, of course, had to go everywhere I went. So she got in the car and held the cat. We whirled, he said he'd be there a minute. Just to fix it, maybe you wait on us. And I was thinking something, like between 5 and 5:30. Because she held the cat, and I picked up the cat, and it was sick. And I went in there, and him and the assistant was there. Well, I took the cat in and laid it on the table, and the cat roused up. And he just was fidgeting, and we had not been in there 2 minutes. And he got around that cat's throat, and that cat was limp. And he stood there just like he was in shock. And I was in shock. I kept waiting for the cat to move. And it died. He didn't say a word. I said, you killed my cat. He still didn't say nothing. But he looked at me and I said, you killed my cat. You choked it to death. Right before my eyes. And I could have done that at home. I don't know. I can't believe it. You haven't heard that? No, I never have heard. I
I
said,
think she said
no.
I couldn't talk about it.
He said, that's what, I said, why did you do that? He said, that's control. I said, well, I call it dead. I never heard of that. I couldn't talk about it. I said, now, I have got to go out to that car and tell my old mother that I brought her cat down here for you to choke it to death. Is that why you did it? He choked it to death. He was going to control it. And the cat was nearly dead. Yeah, it was dead when you got there. No. Well, he killed it. He said, I'll just put them out of their pain. No, I think what he did. Or was it had something in its stomach? It could. But that cat was alive when I took it. So, and I got to the door and I was just about to burst out crying. And I turned around and I said, do not send me a bill. I went back to the car and I had been gone 5 minutes. And I said, well, Mom, the cat's dead. What? We didn't speak another word. She bellered. I went home and started, but I couldn't hardly make it to the toilet. Started throwing up and was not even able to put something. I wasn't able to cook for my family, and that Jean come to the door and said something about what to do, and I said, go get something. And it took me years to tell that. But that, I told Gordon and I said, we weren't showing off running around doing these things. It just happened to us. And I said, believe me, some of them were heartbreaking.
Well, I can't understand that.
But my favorite story is about the car wash.
And Randy was grown before he told about that. I didn't know it. I never connected it. Didn't think it was funny.
Well, tell the car wash, he said that when the car washes first started, if you fill your car,
Well, Randy was with me everywhere I went. Now, that was one thing, he wanted to go. And so I went up there by in front of the Confederate. They had been picking him up from the paper rack. I don't know. But I filled the car up and I said, now get a free wash. They said, it's broke. It's not working. We'll give you a rain check. Okay? I went off home. I had that old green and white police. Do you remember?
Yes.
I went home and I put that ticket in my purse and I said, well, I'll get it later on. Well, went back in a few weeks and they had changed hands. One of the same people
that owned it.
that sold it. While their old machine was broke, they just got rid of it. So I said, I got this and I want my car wash. I said, oh, no, ma'am. I said, I got this showing that I can do a car wash and you're going to wash my car. No, ma'am, I said, I won't leave here because you wash the car. Randy, he's the one that he said it just went on and he said, yes, you will wash the car. You know, I don't like when they film with me with a right check.
Right. You knew you were
It made me furious. So I said, no way, you're going to wash my car. So he said, all right, ma'am. So then he had to, I never will forget it. He said, go. I circled around and I went around this way. And he had propped himself. He was so mad he was about to die. And he was saying, and I got just about before I pulled out, even I remembered that my front window was broke one row up.
You mean on your side?
On my side. It had fallen down and wouldn't roll up. Now see, I thought nothing of this at all, and Randy got 25 when he told me. He said the funniest thing he ever did. And he said no words were spoken, none at all.
You what did that man do?
He never read them mission.
What did that man do? Wait a minute.
And I thought, man, I'm fixing to get bloody. So I said, what did I do? I was fixing.
What did you put the reverse and back out?
No, I wasn't that far. I just eased on around, and I said, how can I get out of here without seeing that neck?
Did you run over him?
I went down the side, and he was. And Randy said, and I just and then he was looking as far as he could down that wood. I turned back on and we were headed home. I said that man was still looking. I never did go out that station.
I don't blame you.
I never did go
I
out
wouldn't
that
have gone down that street.
Oh, yeah, you'd have floated out of that car and did that one.
It would have ruined your entire.
Oh, it would have ruined me.
That's what I'm telling you, all that soap and
I'm
water.
scared of him anyway.
And that's what Savannah got her to test retina.
She sure is.
Here she went in
The
the
same station.
she slangs. It's come out. The freeze she filled up was going to get a car wash and all them busty brushes and soap. Got on it just as she got over there and that retina attacked her. You didn't know that?
I figured, because they hated to see her coming. Somebody else had to get in the car and drive through after that.
Well, she drove it that day.
Yeah. Well, you know, Lemma, my little dog, even Mama had to go everywhere I went.
I love
And Mama was just scared to death with the car washes and Lemma. We're not supposed to have a chill, just lay down.
I never did.
But no, Randy, that years and years passed, and we was all gathered up one night, and he said, well, the funniest thing that ever happened to me. And he told that, and I didn't believe it.
You put her back to them, and I was. Well, she went in that same thing, and evidently it knocked her senses out, and the retina detached in her eye, and she's,
No, that was fear,
yeah, that's what I mean.
because it did
I
rush
think
me.
she thought she could just roll the back of that car and be clean and she come out and then all them brushes and go get her slapped on there and knocked her. She didn't have a bit of sense when she got out. Her eye detached.
And her butthole, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, but I know this, that she'd go there and argue with them, and they'd say they just didn't have time to drive it through, and she'd say, you got to. She'd get out and make them take it to the car washer.
Well, after that, well, I would hate to be.
Well, bye, y'all.
Where are you? We got to go too because.
You got a bathroom you can use?
Yeah, yeah, right there.
Right there, Jerry.
Okay.
The bird dog home.
That's Steve Earle.
Huh?
Steve Earle.
Chair keeps bouncing.
It's from the 80s.
Yeah. Fun.
What, do you put sour cream in it?
No.
Good, 'cause I do. Okay, 'cause I only have one.
What time is it, MaryRuth?
It's 5 till 5.
I don't know. Get that money out of that purse. $125.
You don't need that gun.
The more personal,
Huh?
the more shoes and purses.
Okay, I got plenty now. You really want that gun?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm surprised Ronnie called me.
What did he call you for?
Said he hadn't heard from him in a few days. I thought maybe something was wrong.
Did
Who
you,
was it?
Has
Co-worker at work.
Oh.
So he just called checking on him.
did he know you were on vacation?
Mm-hmm. I guess I hadn't called up there and they just didn't missed me. He said Frida was gonna chuck me when I got back for leaving her all alone.
Yeah, 'cause she had to work and she ain't used to working. Mike does everything. Well, she sits over there and talks to her friends on the phone and does personal stuff. She's like that. Mike does all the work up there while she socializes.
I wonder if you don't do something.
One eighth of a teaspoon. You don't have one like that.
Well, you put, get the fourth a teaspoon and do
Half of it.
I don't know why I always liked that song.
Quarter away.
Friend, married to one of my favorite musicians, Ray Edmonton. Her name is Holly. She's from Carroll County, and Ray calls her the Carroll County. She's a character.
Yeah, I saw that on the sign when we came through there, Carroll County.
Mhm.
I thought of that song. I always liked that song.
Porter and Dolly.
Let's see. next on that? I lost that thing, man.
What's in?
I carried it somewhere.
The remote.
Yeah.
What you looking for?
See right there.
Oh, yeah. I think next is the insurance man.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah, there she is.
Have you ever seen this one, Terry? Oh, this.
Increased my life insurance.
You'd be shocked.
So and then he had me use my Medicare supplement, providential
I
insurance.
was about to turn
The
the
best,
phone
yeah.
off until she started telling me.
And
Uh-huh.
so I got some checks from Providential to pay the doctors, instead of them sending it directly to them. So I called Jerry to come help me and fix them out. He's been good, because he wanted all of my papers from radiation and everything gold to see what he could cut out that I wouldn't have to take. So he comes in and we sat there at the table and talked, and he looks over everything and told me how much, to pay each doctor. I said, well, I want to show you my birds.
Remember she
So I
had
took him
birds,
in my bedroom,
cockatiel birds.
Oh, yeah.
grabbed my arm and put it around him, and then took his hand and hit me on the, said, you want to do it? Oh, no, Mommy! That's the gods. And I later saw on PBS that woman that was talking about how men act, and that's exactly what she said. They'll say, you want to do it? And I said, God have mercy. I said, no.
When you said, I'll show you my bird.
That's what Peggy said. That's what Peggy said.
Like crazy old man, you should have knocked his head
I
off.
ought to knocked his head off.
I think you're making this up. I can't believe it. How old is he?
Told a soul but Peggy Walker,
How old is that man?
62,
When was this?
about 2 months ago.
I want to show you.
Well, I thought
Do you want to see my bird?
Insurance.
No, I'll keep my insurance and not
Get rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, to get rid of the new insurance
Oh, yeah.
person. You should call him and complain about that.
Well,
He would deny. When you said, do you want to see my bird, he was going to show you his car.
yeah, I never was as shocked in my life.
That is
I know his wife, I know all of the people in Ringo, but they had told me he kind of went crazy. So
Well, evidently.
that he comes in so nice, and Tommy liked him, we liked him. But I will not contact him again. Yeah, I said, Peggy said, well, when you said I want to show you my bird.
And if he comes back there, do not take him to the bedroom.
No, I won't have him back.
Did you tell him to get out? What did you do when you
What did you
What did
do?
you do to get to sleep?
Yes, and stood at the door looking back in at me and just, something about, you wanted to take out more insurance. I said, I got more now than I can pay. My supplement's $128.
You should have said, well, is there a policy to protect women from men like you?
No, but when I saw that on PBS, that woman talking about how men do and said, and they'll always say, you want to do it. I said, Lord, that's so Jerry Anderson. But I was never as shocked in my life.
Well, I'm still in shock. I can't believe it.
Well, me either. The nice man ever since we first moved there. Started with our insurance with him. Burial and everything. And I tell you, it's good insurance because the way we conducted Thomas' funeral.
And then she just kept on talking about that. That was it.
Was that one of her neighbors down in Ringo?
The insurance
The
sales.
insurance man that worked in that area.
Yeah, her insurance rep. And this is just more of that same. After Tommy died, she took him back there to show him her birds that she had in her bedroom. And you want to do it?
And he grabbed me and put his hand on my tit and said, you want to do it?
Okay, this is Cersei, well not this, this is me making a smelling. But after this is, when Carolyn and Ting lived in Cersei, Arkansas, she had
It was
mastectomy.
24 hours after her
Surgery.
And
mastectomy.
she had just been released from the hospital, and we had gone there, and then we had found a picture in the hospital that we thought was funny.
Downstairs, they were roaming
We
around.
took it and we hung it in their hallway with their pictures without them knowing. Then we asked them to give us a tour of their house
And she was still,
under anesthesia. She had just
Yeah.
come home from the hospital.
I am 24 hours post-op, left mastectomy. And my family are here with me, who come to take care of me. Here's our cute little, here are my little grenades down here.
Oh, Rose, mother,
This and my surgical bra.
Isn't that pretty? It's got little ruffles on it.
And my safety pins. And my slippers that Charlotte brought me that are so pretty and nice. I'm very proud.
With
It's in a row.
And this is our new
Here
house.
comes Daddy through the back door. Get him coming in.
And he's gonna do the hall tour also.
Hi, Mark.
You know, the pretty things on the wall. And this is my box that Charlotte had made for me in Nashville.
And I see you've got a chest just like it sitting on the top shelf.
Yeah.
That's the neatest thing.
She got that at Country Peddler.
Cabinet on
And
it.
also this quilt rack over here is what she had made for me in Nashville.
Oh, shit.
And this is the kitchen.
But we're showing y'all his home. You're
Oh,
part
okay.
of this too. In the video.
She's got me by the arm. I'm being forced into this.
Well, let me get my
to show all the pictures.
And so these are the three children when they graduated, getting their diploma from graduation.
High
That's
school.
High school. And this is Tim, about 11th grade probably. And Hank when he was a baby, and Hank, Tim, and Willis, and Hank, Tim, and Willis, and Hank, Tim, and Willis. And Willis when he was a baby.
see, that's his graduation.
Willis when he was 18.
You got them back.
Got him back.
Mark, get on, switch ends.
I'm getting
Switch ends.
Oh.
You'll look at where
And this is Tim's senior portrait.
Oh, you're going to look over the baby.
Tim's
Well,
senior.
this is Tim when he was a baby. That's Tim when he was a baby. This is Tim's senior portrait. This is me when I was about the same age as Tim was there. And this is Tim and his mother and his brother John and his sister Cecile. There's Tim. I think Tim looks like that a lot right there. Don't you think that picture of this one looks like it? And hi. Oh
Might be some of your relatives.
Really old, too. Really old.
She's the first vice president of the auxiliary club of Baptist Hospital.
How do you know? How do you know
Because that's
that?
where it was hanging last time. We took it off.
Look at her teeth.
Look at her hair. She hung it up in a public place. It was on that whole hallway coming from, if you walk over from
It's full
the
of
outpatient over to the lobby, there's this whole hallway full of pictures framed like this. Same
people,
thing.
but she's the only one that looked like that.
Well, look at her eyebrows. Look at her eyebrows.
Baptist Hospital Auxiliary.
Really old.
And we laughed about it, and then we started leaving. Charlotte, she was in the back of that bag. He was asleep. She's like, here. And we was trying to plan our big getaway. She's like, don't get that. She's like, have Mark pull up to the front. And somebody be in the back seat. You're going to do it quick. And it was glued to the wall. Me and Willis had to go 3 times and each work a little bit. We'd yank it, to rip it off the wall. And we'd run off and come back and hang some more. I can make it. you'll be arrested.
I can't believe she would let anybody make her picture with that stuff.
Well, she's proud of it. She's proud of
I told her to wait until you were
Glad,
discharged today. We wouldn't have to go back.
it. I wasn't, last night I was like, I said, what they got that picture? But I'm about to go back down there.
And Charlotte said when you get the picture, oh, come back to the room.
Jim, stop me a bit.
That's great.
Come to find out that Willie
Big
O
Joe's the name. I
was
told
in
him
high
mine.
society in Little Rock. She was married to a doctor and he had passed away, and she was known for her big flowery hats, and they sent us an article on her that was kind of gave her history, and but she was known for those big hats. And that's why she was on the auxiliary there at the hospital. Was because her husband was. Well, I can't get this out of the box. Jiffy ain't too jiffy. We're on the last round, the last lap.
It's smelling good.
Yeah, I gotta get that ham out now. If anybody wants anything to drink, speak up. If you want anything to eat, speak up.
Just still have chips and dip.
That's my favorite food group.
That's your only food group.
I know. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I made that spread, Jerry, that when everybody would go to Aunt Savannah's house on New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
she always had olive spread on Ritz crackers. And I wanted to see if I could make it, so what did it go? That's up there where you put it.
And Charlotte, you
I
tell
think
her how
she
to make
used to
that
have
asparagus
some chocolate
casserole.
pie.
Mary
That
Ruth.
Aunt Savannah used to
Yeah.
make.
But
I remember what's in it, but I can't remember everything.
Mary Ruth fell in love with it. She said she's gonna make it for some shower.
And it's got a shower to do for a friend, so that's it.
Let's go.
Wash me.
Oh, gotta get that ham out. Mark's getting you a taste of it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in there a minute.
Forget about it. Yeah, Christmas tree here.
Yeah. Don't matter what bowl it's in, as long as it's the taste that matters. We didn't know whether to call it East Boulevard Delight or Savannah Spread, so
Savannah spread.
East Boulevard. Good.
yeah.
That's pretty good,
Cracker.
She wants a cracker.
I ought to try Aunt Billy right quick and let me and you talk to her.
Yeah, because I couldn't never get a hold of her.
She probably went somebody that probably took
Well,
her out.
probably for her birthday, but I don't know.
She was in good spirits when we talked to her this morning about 10, I said.
Try some Mary- Oh, she done got hers.
Try that and see if. that
No,
is-
thank you. Mine
You
just
wanna
had
try
one just a little while ago.
Well, taste it.
God,
That's good, isn't it?
It is good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same? You want some?
Aunt Billy,
Plates.
happy birthday. No, but I was gonna call a day early because it's your birthday. Tried to call you earlier and there wasn't any answer. Is that what it was? I figured that's what it might be. Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed getting to see you.
Glad
I'm sitting here with them.
I'm glazing by
We're over at
myself.
Charlotte's house and she said that she had talked to you and well, I hope you don't make me sing. You don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin your birthday. Well,
We don't even like olive.
uh-huh. Yeah, I think they got here just in time for that tornado that hit here yesterday.
Just in time to say get in the stairs.
It is.
Going for a dip.
The mom was in her mid-20s and the baby was 9 weeks old, I believe
I
they
think
said.
there's a little bit of that spinach. Yeah. You want me to put some of that out?
Mhm.
Whatever.
It was good. Whatever. It was good. Get something.
Yeah, me too. But Lettie's sitting here and I want to let her talk to you too, so. But anyway, I want to wish you a happy birthday, Aunt Billy. Here's I love you. Here's Letty.
Hello. Hey, I said I've been trying to get a hold of you since I got here, but I no. That's it. That's what I was calling you on. Well, I mean, it kept ringing in my ear, but I didn't know it. I thought, I said, well,
Since
their
you've been on the
electricity's
phone
off.
almost all day, that's why she didn't answer.
Well, it was ringing. No. Yeah, well, it was me, but I couldn't understand why it wouldn't go through. I said, well, and when it was still ringing in my ear though, and I said, well, she's probably gone somewhere, her electricity's out, and I'm yeah, what are y'all doing for your birthday? Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yes. A little Savannah in with it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay, that's good.
They're gonna take her out for her birthday?
She
Yeah,
didn't tell me.
well-
Oh,
we
she
got
didn't
in.
say?
We got in here about 3 o'clock Friday morning, and MaryRuth went in.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
And, it was locked up. And she stood there, and I saw her on the phone, and then that woman came to the window, and she come back out, and she said, well, just get ready to stretch out for 4 hours in the car. So they won't let us have our room. Gonna charge me $80 for 3 hours, and I said, no way. So we sat out in the car till 5:30, and she got mad and went back in there, and they let us in. I said,
believe they didn't
drive
let y'all
600
in.
I know, I told him, I said,
car.
do you mind if,
Good.
would you unlock the
Free.
door and just let me go to the bathroom? And we went to a gas station to go to the bathroom, and I go up there and it's locked right across from it, and this black guy standing here goes, closed, and I thought, oh, great, you know? So we went somewhere else, and then I came back, and then so she let me in to go to the bathroom, and I asked her, I said, do you have a phone book I can borrow? Because I'm gonna find someplace else, you know? And so I was like, oh yeah, Mare Suites, you know, and I was writing the number. She's like, well, we really don't want y'all to go somewhere else, you know. And I said, well, I know y'all have your rules and everything, but you know, it's storming, it's lightning, it's cold out there, and we're gonna find someplace else to stay. And she's like, let me make a call to my manager.
Yeah.
She did. She's like, oh, Well, he said, that's fine, you know, this is fine, you
Yeah,
can go ahead and
well,
check
I mean,
in.
but
And
they
she
could-
said, and
they
I'll do
told
something
us
else, let me give you a better
when
rate.
Mary called, it wouldn't be any trouble of us getting to the room. They said, not at
Because I
all.
called
But then
Tuesday
they
and I
said-
asked him, I said, we're probably gonna get there early in the morning, you know,
Well, I
is that
don't
gonna be
know.
a
She
problem,
wouldn't even
you
let us
know, will it
pass
be
that first
extra? I mean,
thing.
I need to know, you know, up
Then
front.
they,
No,
you know,
no problem
I
at
said,
all,
"Good Lord,
said,
Josh,
if there's a room
no, I'll
available,
sleep in
there's
the
no
car."
problem.
But I never did go to sleep.
So, but anyway, I said, I know y'all have rules, it's not your fault, but you know,
Yeah. No,
We're tired.
We have- it's
back in that
cold.
seat and I couldn't lay
can't go to the
down.
bathroom
So I
anywhere.
said, just set it back up, I'll just sit here. So that's what I did.
So,
But anyway.
but it turned out fine. It was just, you know, if it would have been fine if it hadn't been storming.
About 6 o'clock.
You know,
I
it's
mean,
like
when I
the
woke up
lightning
next
kept
morning,
flashing. I was
couldn't
just
see.
like, this is not working for me. I can't stand all that.
11 o'clock. And then they called the room and told us to get to the stairwell that was just so many minutes away from the tornado hitting that. Okay. No, and I'm.
I know. I can't bring mom up here for the first time, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, she won't forget it.
Then she
Mama
said, I'm gonna call and see what county we're in. So she did, and they said, you just getting back to your room, and Mary said, no, we've been in the bathroom. So
I was trying to
They
think, what can I
thought we
tell
was in
this
the
man? He told me to go
stairwell,
upstairs.
but we
So,
I said, well, that bathroom wasn't big enough for all three of us.
supposed to start
Yeah,
again
well,
Sunday.
my first trip didn't
The
turn out
storms
too
are supposed to
good.
come back Sunday on
Really?
our way home. Because my friend that lives in Shreveport, she's like, it's gonna be bad on y'all's way back. It's all on the radar again, so.
I'm
And it
telling
went
you.
through Bossier,
But I'll let you
the
talk
down
to him like
That's
Barksdale.
what Norval told me. I talked to
Yeah.
him and said down where
Yeah,
they
we
used to
are.
live it.
But I'll let you talk back to him.
Mm-hmm.
Really did.
Okay, Jerry. She's back on there.
Okay, Aunt Billy. Well,
Does it have to be greased up?
You like these crackers?
Does it have to be
really?
greased?
Hmm.
Spray it with the spray.
Because this is ready to go down.
I'll be. Yeah.
Did you offer anybody else?
That sounded like a beer. That sounded like a beer.
That's what I hear.
Y'all want to dive up there?
I got over here a little late. They were here earlier, and I had gone to lunch, and in fact I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry. Oh, I will. I'll eat something. No, you didn't. That was good. I enjoyed getting to be there this week.
If I can do the extra cream cheese and the butter at the same time. One up.
Okay, I'll tell her. Well,
I take this through.
Waylon Jennings.
well, good.
Get in there and get that.
She said she'll make you sing when you get home.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, because Aunt Billy calls and
All right,
sings to
Aunt Billy.
everybody on their birthday. She calls and sings to mom.
I did. Got in.
You want to cut?
Got
slice
in. In
it?
fact, it was the
Good.
quickest I ever drove it.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't much traffic on the road, and everything was just one of those. It was one of those perfect, pretty days, and well, you're welcome. And I do love you. You take care, Aunt Billy. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
No, she said, does your phone number start with 469? I said, yes. She said, well, it would ring twice, and we'd pick it up, and nobody
be
would be
there.
there.
And it might have been the
Well, it
connection,
was still ringing in my ear.
so it could have just been it wasn't
Yeah.
making that
And she
connection.
said, well, that must be old David Vitter wanting me to come to one of his meetings, and I'm just not answering no more.
She's not used to your cell phone number.
No,
she didn't know it.
the cell phone.
Mm-mm.
She didn't know mine either, but
She answered it?
yeah. That was good. Yeah, I always call her from the house.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Look, I put out
And
on
she
my
said she
computer.
just now got to where she can read who's calling.
Mm-hmm.
She hadn't been able to tell who's calling.
She said to tell everybody she was jealous. She wished she was here.
That's all.
Yes, she wanted to come so bad, but I knew she wouldn't be able to make that
Yeah,
trip.
that was been rough on her.
Oh, yeah, especially that storm would come through. That was so kind of bad.
What are they doing for her birthday?
She said nothing.
She didn't want to do.
Last
Oh, last night. Well, you tried to call her last night though too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I tried today.
Yeah, we'll make a hot call.
That number's come up.
Yeah, let me see some names.
Coming through.
Whoever likes
I told her we were trying to call her.
There's
And
big.
I had tried to call
Yeah.
her. She said she'd been on the phone all day. So she just couldn't answer.
Oh,
Well, she hadn't been anywhere. She just couldn't get off the other line.
well, see, I thought when I tried last night to get her that maybe her electricity was off. And
I'm glad you don't like olives.
Cordless phones, I sure do. That's the reason I got one in my house. that works.
Yeah. Well, I got one by the bed that
Uh-huh.
don't go out, and that's the way I call the electric company
Call it.
when my electricity goes
It's
off.
good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's real good.
What are you eating?
I told Mike I'm glad he don't like olives because
Wouldn't be none left for you?
he said, "Oh, is that what's in it?" I said, "Oh, that's what's in it."
And these to come out.
It's olives and cream cheese, and that's all. Mm-hmm.
And Charlotte says she gets the sliced olives with the pimentos in it because they chopped up better in
Better?
the chopper.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some for that little deal.
Y'all were talking last night about a asparagus casserole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mary Ruth's gonna give Charlotte that recipe before she leaves.
Yeah, that's really good.
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm. You like asparagus?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I must not have had it when she made it. Aunt Savannah had it.
You should fix it every year.
Like at Thanksgiving or something?
No,
didn't
at New Year's Eve
Oh.
party.
She had all kind of knickknacks.
I missed those after I left there.
Yeah,
She always had a good party.
I mean,
she? Ma always
never
cooked
will
it though
forget
after too.
Margaret Willis, you know, she loved wine. And Savannah had been so mad at her, she'd drink all of her Mogan David wine, and Savannah would walk and cuss, because Margaret Willis had drank all of her wine.
What now?
Margaret Willis on them New Year's Eve, Savannah would have that Mogan David wine, and Margaret Willis would drink it all up and make Savannah so mad. She'd just walk and rave.
Is Robert still living?
I don't know.
And that, what was the girl's
Let me
name?
get it here.
Andrea?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if they're still around.
I don't know.
I know when
I
Uncle
think
Ted
Margaret
was
Willis
in,
died a long time ago, I'm not real sure.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah.
ain't cooking and talk at the same time. About to get over there on the couch.
Sorry to tell y'all, but I'm gonna take something on my back. It is.
Uh-oh, hurting?
Oh, yeah.
Get a pill.
Well, you better believe it.
Oh. Doggy bag?
It's not gonna make you go to sleep, is it?
Huh?
It's not
No,
gonna
I'm
make.
not gonna take the
Okay.
muscle relaxer. Just gonna take the pain pill.
Let me get you something to drink.
Yeah, you need water
Just a
or
little water.
Coke.
What about you, Jerry?
Not for
Yeah.
me, thank you.
Anything.
Oh, let's see. Let me put this glass right here. Some water in it.
Problem there. Muscle spasms just
Say
keep
that for the dipping.
hitting it.
Hmm.
Is it ready to go in again?
I'm not putting it up in
Does
here.
it need to rest?
That was bad about Dan Seals dying a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I heard that on the radio.
I just saw his name
Yeah.
up there with Marie Osmond.
Didn't he sing with her a lot?
They did that duet, Meet Me in Montana. I'm not sure if they had anything else or not.
I don't know, but I know I'd heard him with her one time.
It's finished.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it finished. We might wanna put a 10-4-10 over it to kind of, so that we make it get the goat right out.
I see those Elsie the cow plate.
Yeah, I mean, they are old.
That is old.
Eva used to have some cups with her on. Yeah, I see
Yeah, they
that.
need a cup and a
They're one cup
saucer, or a little plate or something like that.
Out to the board and cow.
What was the Beauregard?
Yeah,
Wasn't that
Beauregard.
the bull?
Yeah. Beauregard.
Just leave it kind of not
They came to
mashed
the fair
down.
one year. when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
we went and
Three of
saw
them
'em.
to see 'em.
You might wanna go the other way with it too. Oh, Lord. Let me get you to hold this up there. Ooh.
I think y'all aren't staying any longer.
Yeah, well,
I
remember,
know you gotta get back.
she's got to go to work Monday morning.
I could've showed y'all around a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you can stay up there and come home on a plane.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm on no airplane.
Never been on one?
Mm-mm. No.
It's a different way of traveling. I started.
Safe up there as you are in a car. I said, no, at least I'm on the ground. Tell it to you.
Ours can put together on the same.
I know Mama liked to fly though when she used to go up to Junior's when they lived in Memphis. She loved to fly.
Move that shelf back over.
All right.
You need to do some Charlotte.
Oh, we like the fella stands around and watch somebody changes the tire when they're putting on that last load. Is there anything I can do?
Hey, I've torn up 2 new tires and like, I just got a new set of tires and I've done 2 of those back right ones just like, I don't
I'm
know,
just playing with you.
I can tear up a tire.
You don't watch where you're going.
Well, I don't know why it's always the back tire.
You get something.
Yeah.
Ready?
Believe it or not, folks, I don't know how to, what long, can't even talk.
What? Who? What?
I gotta see how long mine took. You see anything?
Well, let's just stick them in there now, and then we'll see.
Worry about it later when we smell smoke.
When the smoke detector goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the smoke detector goes off.
Yeah, Mark, she told me about setting those plastic containers in there and turning the
Oh,
oven
yeah.
Mm.
That was something else.
on. I'm telling you.
Mine goes 30 minutes. What's yours?
Where is the,
I don't know what happened to the paper.
Huh.
45 to 60. Or until golden brown.
Come sit down, Charlotte.
Go.
I'm headed that way. Minnie, what do you want? Let me do something with her.
I'll fix it. Go.
Closed. Closed.
Get out.
Man, your chair, Charlotte?
No. I get over here and that means I'm gonna stay a while.
Yeah. How was your blood sugar?
It's 112.
Oh,
It was 303
wow.
earlier, so I went and took the rest of my medicine.
Yeah, you know something's coming your way, don't you?
You take the tablet.
I take
Come on,
Two.
let's go.
1,000 milligrams of metformin twice a day, and
Your mama was on the tablet. She never did have to go to the shots.
no. I asked the doctor, I said, I really don't want to have to
No.
get a shot. Is there any way you can adjust my medicine, because it was saying 500 and 400.
That's dangerous.
I'm on the metformin and 2 5 milligram Lettye twice a day, so that,
I can't remember what mama's was, but I know I had to give it to her twice a day. And watch what she ate. Real careful.
I'm trying to be good in some areas and some.
Yeah. Sometimes
If
it
there's
don't work.
something I want, then I'll eat it.
Yeah. That's,
You're diabetic?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think Larry is too, isn't he?
I had heard that he was, and then I heard he wasn't.
Who, Larry?
Larry.
Well, he don't eat like he's a diabetic, I'll tell you for sure.
And then for a while I heard Aunt Savannah was, and
Yeah,
then somebody said
But I
she
don't think
was.
she ever
I
was.
think Dr. Forbin kept
He
her
just-
on that medicine
he
for
did.
years, and then somebody told her she didn't have diabetes,
Uh-uh.
Mm.
so she stopped taking it. She must not, I don't know.
No, she didn't have it. And Margaret, I know Margaret had it.
And sister, real
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I've always remembered her taking insulin shots. She takes several a day,
Mm.
and I can't imagine that.
No. Well, I know Grandma used to give Grandpa his.
And Teen had to go the shots. too.
Yeah. Mm.
So. And she takes oral medicine in addition to
Insulin.
insulin. Yeah. I think I've got everything in the recipes splattered
All over your glasses.
Ah, that's better.
You can see.
I don't see spots anymore. Oh. Well, are you gonna stay and eat with us, Jerry?
I'm gonna stay and watch y'all.
Uh-uh.
No,
Like I
you
said,
don't
I
have to eat.
I ate about 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Son, it'll be 6 o'clock. I mean, you can eat again, surely.
I can always eat, it's just I shouldn't.
Oh, well, none of
neither
us should.
This is a special
I
occasion.
run my diet down in Shreveport, and it just, there wasn't any way to stay on it. That day old Aunt Billy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't go hungry when you go to Shreveport.
No,
But we'd love for you to eat. Where's Mark doing? I hear something.
here it
playing.
comes.
You looking for me?
She didn't know where you went.
What am I hearing? Something outside? Oh. Sounded way off.
Well, let's turn down real low.
Yeah, because we wanted to talk. That's my
Target
shooting
practice.
You
range.
did good.
Yeah.
With that
Yeah.
357 Magnum, I got.
Mm.
I don't want to. I'm not really sure.
But when y'all were watching those videos, see, I can't, and sometimes when you're talking, I can't distinguish the words. I already had a little hearing loss from playing music all those years, but one New Year's Eve or July 4th, I went out, I got my pistol and went out on the back deck at midnight and shot it. And ever since then, I can't distinguish a lot of words.
Hmm.
And I know Mark gets aggravated on it. What did they say? What did he say? So, I just usually don't say anything. Y'all will be falling out laughing, I don't know what you're laughing at. So, I don't hear any crunching going on.
Oh, I can see her mouth moving though.
There's about to be.
I can see her mouth moving. I mean, she's chewing.
She must have the volume turned down.
I was trying to hide it. That's what I do at work.
Chewing soft.
Yeah. She loves chip and dip, no
Yep.
matter what you cook. Chip and dip.
We should call the Morrisons and see what they're doing while everybody's here.
What are you gonna do, like Uncle Ben and Aunt Gertrude, get on the speakerphone?
Where is Aunt Gertrude?
I talked to her.
Is she still
Saturday.
at her house?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She still lives at her house?
Yeah.
She sure
You got-
does.
I think she's got somebody comes in every day and
Helps her? Really?
And Jeanette goes.
Jeanette goes.
Oh.
About once a week or once every other week and clean.
How's her health? It's pretty good?
good.
No? Hmm.
Didn't she fall?
Yes,
Yeah.
she did not too long ago.
Didn't, when she has one of them alerts or whatever you call them,
Yeah.
and Billy said she was on the phone and then she left the phone and fell in somewhere and she couldn't get back to the phone and that alert, she got it off, but the people couldn't get her on the phone and they didn't come. So,
Oh, they did? I didn't
Because it
get
was
into
off the
that.
hook.
They didn't come?
no, they didn't come because they couldn't get a hold of her, but somebody that lived around her, I think, finally went and found her on the floor.
Well,
It
that's
looks to me
not.
like they would know that if they couldn't get her
Yeah.
to go.
They need to
But
go.
she had laid her
Yeah,
phone
that's
down and
kinda
walked
weird.
somewhere and fell before she got back to the phone.
That should
and it
be
was
the
off
other way
hook.
around. They should go immediately. That's why
Instead
they.
of trying to get her on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen some of them advertised on TV where if you push it, they talk to you through that thing.
Yeah.
Mike's aunt has one. Aunt Joyce has one like that.
But she must not have that kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Aunt Joyce, they'll go immediately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure will.
It would need a dedicated phone line or a cell phone.
That's what I'm
that's hooked
saying.
up to the-
Mm-hmm.
just in case you left it off the hook
Yeah.
by mistake.
Or she was talking to somebody and laid it down to do something and fell before she got there.
Yeah, but they used to get on that speakerphone and call people together.
When I go outside, I try to put my cell phone in my pocket because I have fallen over there on the side running a dog that was a huge, what was it, a Rottweiler,
Oh,
biggest
good
thing
grief.
I've ever seen in my life.
Those are dangerous, Charlotte.
I know, it was him and a yellow dog, and they were after that same cat I told
Yeah.
you about.
Get it?
And
Very well.
What?
I went out the kitchen door, and there he was on the back deck. I came back in and got a broom, and He was totally scared of me. He tried to get through the
Don't
railings to
keep
jump
talking to
off,
him about it till it's past 7.
but I didn't trust him enough for him to go past me, so I got down off the deck, and so he came down. And the gate was closed,
You
and
probably find another one.
he wanted out real bad, but
Yeah, the next one probably
couldn't
costs
get out.
$7.
And then here
I'll
come the
get it.
cat around the corner, and he
I'll get the
saw the
next one.
cat and started back up the
Don't like
steps,
that
and
as
I
is stuff.
screamed and
I like it
started
as is stuff.
trying to run up there.
Well, it's too old to have a one.
And I tripped over the roots and
Isn't it?
fell and cut my knee.
No,
on
it's-
one
Unless you're
of
gonna
the
restore it or something.
It's just that there might be something hidden about it that he
sheets.
didn't say.
Didn't fell.
Mm.
Nobody around here
Like a
heard me.
crack in the barrel or something.
Mm-hmm, that they kind
This
of
is the quietest street. And
Yeah.
masked
is.
over, so you wouldn't know it. And the first time we shot it, I
I
heard one
saw
side
the
just
people
sticks
over
up.
there come home, but I don't know them.
Like in the movie.
And then
it
I could
falls
just
in
see
the
it, and I
Dog
heard
had
all
been chewing
the
me up.
Now, them Rottweilers, they're about as bad as a pit bull to me.
Yeah.
'Cause they had one
Because
that
part of the
scared
barrel
me.
fell off?
And every time I'd get out to cut the yard, I'd be scared to death it's gonna jump that thing.
Well, that cat finally disappeared.
I
No, I called, it belonged to two women that lives one house over. And she had her litter box down in the mud room. And so we thought everything was cool, you know, she was using her litter box because she was just to roam, you know, roam. And when it got winter, I'd let her come in and she stayed in that mud room with the litter box. Well, one day Mark was kneeling down on the side of his bed.
Well, no, this is, then our cat died.
Oh, and his
Yeah.
old cat Elvis, 17 years old, went off, and me and him went out in the backyard, and when it got time to come in, I called him and couldn't find him anywhere. And I heard him one time, meow, like he was in trouble. Never found him.
Never heard him again. And
Never
so
heard him
after he
again.
was gone, then that other cat got to have free reign and kind of became the cat.
But she was crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
she
she
really was. But so one day Mark was kneeling down at the side of his bed. You know how you put your hand down to help yourself back up?
I put my hand in a pile of shit on my bed.
Ooh.
I was like, okay. So, a couple of weeks went by and I found another pile of shit on my bed. Again.
Just in your bed.
Yeah. The first, it was still kind of wintertime, so I had 2 or 3 layers. I had some old Afghans at the foot of my bed, and that's where the first one was. And so I could just take those off. I didn't have to strip the whole bed because it was just those Afghans. And then the next time I found a pile, it was on my bedspread, so I had to take it off. And then when I did, I had some dark colored sheets on there. And when I pulled the top sheet, well, first I saw some like just patches all over the whole thing. I was like, what is that? And I pulled it back, and there were more under there, and it was pee. She had been up there pissing in my bed.
And
So
I don't
that-
know how you didn't smell it.
No, because ain't nothing smells worse than
Cat
that.
did.
Whew.
So that was the end of the cat.
Yeah, I
I
said,
shot him the first
Mark
time.
put it in a carrier.
She landed about 30 feet out the back door, and then she never came back again.
And he put her in the carrier and called, they had company down there or something, and you walked down there and knocked on the door and said,
You didn't want her to stay outside in the cold, so I had to go find her and stuff her in a cat carrier and take her back to the neighbors and say, keep your cat down here.
he said, here's your cat back. And he just opened the door and set it inside and left.
And I gave them a bag of cat food and a litter box. I gave them everything they needed to have it. And then I went and came back and pulled my mattress and box spring out and threw them out in the yard and blew up a blow-up mattress and slept on a blow-up mattress for a while until I went and got me a new bed set.
But that cat was crazy. they didn't want it in the house because it didn't like other animals, and they got 2 dogs and several cats. And Deborah said, I couldn't stand it. She just screamed all night. Wow, wow. So I don't know where I don't know what they did with her, and I don't care. That's one of those dogs almost got when I ran out in my drawers and my t-shirt screaming.
And locked yourself out?
No, I didn't, but I have done that. I stepped out downstairs, at the back. I don't know what I was doing. Hadn't even brushed my teeth or combed my hair, and I still had on my nightshirt.
And that poop, remember the tale Mom used to tell about?
And pulled the door to.
When they lived out in the country.
No key, no
chicken.
cell phone.
We put a pile on the porch.
And I thought, well, I'm
Grandpa
gonna
was
wait
sitting there and she
until
walked by it and didn't do nothing.
that neighbor over there goes to
About
work.
Clean it
And
up
I
and
flag her
nothing.
down,
He called back
because she's got a
over
cell phone.
Yeah.
He took
She'd
it in her
already
hand
done.
and put it down in there.
And
That chicken pile.
waited for this guy over here, and I missed
Told her, said,
him.
now
He
you go in
left.
there and get something and you clean that up.
I thought, well, I can't go knock on Kenneth's door the way I
I put
look.
his face in there.
That sounds about like.
About 12 o'clock, I had to go to work, be signing on at 2:30. I went over there and knocked on the door. I said, well, I've locked myself out. And I said, I've been out in the backyard working, I haven't had my shower yet. He said, me too. And he said, let me get my keys and see if I can get you in. He had a whole ring of keys, nothing, couldn't get anywhere. And I'd been trying to break the glass in Mark's door with a thing you put on the end of a hose.
Yeah.
That
Sprayer.
it's got a round part on it.
Oh.
I don't know what.
Yeah, sprayer.
I was banging on that door glass, but I couldn't break it. He said, you don't want to break that. That's real expensive. So we went back and sat on his porch until about 1:30. I said, well, I got to get in. So he came around the side, taped up. I think the
wooden door was open, but
the wooden door was
outside
open,
door
but the
was
storm
locked.
door was locked. He taped up the glass with duct tape, took a hammer and just broke it, and reached in and unlocked it. And he had to cut the screen part to get to the latch. So he took that door down and took it and had it rescreened and new
Oh, that
glass
was
put
good.
in it. But we swept up glass shard from the months, and I even got a piece in my toe. Pretty long after that, because it's hard to get all the glass up. But he got me in, and I got to work. So I try to have my cell phone. Mark was out of town working. So after that, I hid a set of keys out in the backyard. I dug a hole and wrapped them in plastic and just covered them up with grass, you know. And had to use them one time, and then I kind of got lax on that, and I think I locked myself out again. But that's an awful feeling when you can't get in your own house. And AAA won't open a house door for you unless you have the premier plan. We'll make an ignition key, but not a door key to the car. So, how much longer is on?
793-7578.
Huh?
798-7388.
What is that?
We'll see which one.
Oh, the Morrisons.
I'm guessing. We'll see if I got one right or not.
I have to always look it up, I can't remember.
It's probably 798.
That's the one I did. There's two. One's the house and one's the sale. I can't remember which one.
He must be outside somewhere.
He's usually got his cell phone.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got the wrong one.
They're not answering.
That's not,
Hello, you've reached 798-7388.
That's bad.
you know a cell phone?
I thought I did.
It's on the, what do you call that thing? On the
Caller
sec-
ID.
Picture ID, what is that?
Caller ID?
Yeah, if you'll
Oh, is that what that is?
We're sorry you have reached.
pick that up and
I
push the button on the
Oh,
right
Lord, Mom.
know. Which one?
and keep going. He's on his cell phone.
Well, I didn't know that's what that was.
Never mind. I got it.
What time is it?
It's
Live and learn.
5
It'll be in your cell phone.
What?
Used to, we just answered the phone without knowing it was on the other.
Isn't that the truth? I think we've come too far. Cell phones are just changed the world completely.
Uh-huh.
We'll get over to Gordon's house and be watching a hockey game or something. And all three of them will be on the cell phone
Oh,
during the
good
break.
Whew.
I hate to
Trying
get
pass a
behind.
law in Louisiana to keep people off themselves.
Well, I hate to get behind people that's
Trying to go up
texting.
here.
Oh my gosh,
They
drives me
tried to
crazy.
get a law where they couldn't text,
Uh-huh.
but there's an argument that there's already a law that covers it because
Well,
Well,
they're
they're
not
not
enforce it.
they don't
though.
enforce it. That's
Uh-uh.
right.
Hello?
Hey, it's Mark.
This is Superman. Who is this?
This is Mark in Charlotte.
Hey, how y'all doing? No, we on the road, this old loud cry. Let me call you back when I get home.
Okay.
But I can't hear you. It's we like a goddamn freight train going down the road. I'll call you back in about 30-45 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
What was he
Yeah,
in?
they
Sounded
couldn't
like
hear.
a freight train, huh?
Something loud
Driving
truck.
in a loud.
They're in their old car. It's loud. When
Oh,
they
and he
drive.
said it sounded like a freight train.
Going down the road or something.
His old van,
Either the van or that car. They have.
it's his van. He probably had Jackson with him. That huge German Shepherd.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest ones I've
Uh-huh.
ever seen. He'll say, Jackson, get in the truck, and he'll jump up on the driver's side and go get in the passenger side and look out the window.
Is that Cyrus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's George Strait. He was young there, wasn't he?
That's an old picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell him where he's been. Yeah, it's that van of his. It probably don't have a muffler on it.
Probably don't.
You don't need one out in the country.
No, but if he's driving down the road, he does.
He drives it all the
If
way
he's
to
30 or
South
45
Beach. He
minutes
goes all
away
over
from
the
home, you
countryside.
know he's somewhere.
Oh.
He said he'd be home about 35 or 45 minutes, and he'd call back, but he must be somewhere.
No telling. Letty said she wouldn't mind taking back the arrowheads. I want to send them back down there.
Yeah, I'll
Still
take
got
him
some.
back with him.
I put them down there on the phone when I was growing up.
Mark, maybe you learned something.
Yeah,
What?
everybody I knew back then had arrowheads. I know Junior had a bunch of them, but I don't know what happened to them.
Maybe you learned something.
And I believe there's
That's
many
awful.
still down there.
Yeah, I think somebody would take it out and heat it
That's how him and Anna talk to me all the time. Like
up.
that.
What?
Mike said I need to go up there and watch Mark what he's doing. I might learn something.
Oh.
Mike has to live on lean cuisine and she can do it.
Yeah.
Mama cooks for him.
They balance each other out.
Letty's gourmet.
Mama said I don't know what. Mike said I don't know what I'm gonna do when Letty's gone. I said I don't know either.
Everybody at work, they just go crazy when I go heat my food up in the microwave. They do want to eat some of it.
They'll say,
Oh, Betty?
I bet you'd get mad if we come over there with our spoon and got some out of your plate. They tell him. I don't like to cook.
Betty,
I don't.
These are my very favorite.
did you know that when you married her, Mike?
Just brown and served.
Yeah.
Was, before we got married, she used to come out the house all the time and she'd cook, man. It'd be
I cook for him then.
And then after we got
It's funny
married,
because
Quit.
when Anna's little, this is what she tells. When she was little, she'd ask me, "What's for breakfast?" And I'd tell her, "There's a can of cheese dip in the refrigerator." She always tells that. It's the truth because she likes cheese, you know. That's all she ever wanted was that hot jalapeno cheese dip.
For breakfast. Everybody else got scrambled eggs and cereal, and she got cheese dip. Is that the way she tells it?
on the way to school, I'd stop and get her some tater tots at Burger King.
Mm.
Her mama wouldn't let her have ketchup, but I would.
I'm not in the car. I wouldn't let her have it in the car.
Maybe she'll learn to cook.
Oh,
She does. Mama's told her. Mama's told her how to cook because she said I don't want her to mess up the kitchen.
I know she had me one day making some Alfredo. That sauce, she wanted some of that. So we went to the store and got all the stuff and come back. And when we got through with that, I said, "Don't you ever ask me to do this again." That was the hardest stuff to make I have ever got into.
Well, if you didn't have to make everything from scratch,
Well,
you could have bought a package and just added some milk or something to it. They had those little packages.
But it's not as good. When you do it that way.
hmm You know, it's just cheaper to go out to eat.
Huh?
It's just cheaper to go out to eat.
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, it is.
Depends on whether you cook or not.
Yeah, but the thing about it
I mean,
is, you don't have nothing left for the next meal.
well,
Yeah.
She cooked breakfast last Sunday.
I did. I did.
Oh, I
I did
can't
breakfast.
believe that.
I sure did.
That zebra jumped out there.
No, it,
Look how I jumped out like looking at
In her house, you said do something with her, so I put her in there with a snack. You want me to let her out?
Why'd you shut her up for?
cause she kept wanting something.
Oh,
I cooked some when I was little. Some, not much.
Where you been? Yeah,
so you put me out.
we're still here. You wanna let her out the front?
There's something on the mailbox. We'll see what it is.